In this video, I want to talk to you about my price predictions and specifically how many tokens you will need to become a millionaire out of Turbo, which is probably going to surprise you because, while I don't think that Turbo is going to make 100x from here, I still think that it's got a lot of potential, even especially now that it's got listed on Binance, even a lot of speculation right now for a Coinbase listing. So this project still got a very high risk to reward ratio, despite the fact that we're sitting very, very close to an all-time high. So I want to go straight to the video today, straight to the point. And obviously, I don't think that this is a good buying zone for Turbo. We're sitting very close to the all-time high. As I said, we achieved it actually just a few days ago. And although if Bitcoin goes to a new all-time high soon, obviously Turbo is going to pump as a result. If the market keeps ranging for another 1, 2, 3 weeks, then I think that Turbo could be given another small correction. Perhaps we were going to jump back and correct another 20 to 30% down. So where you see the first dip and the first tiny correction before this pump, that would probably be a healthier buying zone that would sit pretty much at the previous all-time high. Then that would be around a 20% down from here. So that would be a better and healthier buying zone for me. Obviously, if you're buying this now and forgetting about it and selling 1 year from now, it's probably going to be worth a lot more, but we're trying to be a little more perfectionist in this case and trying to get a better entry for our money. But that is besides the point. So right now we're sitting at 720 million in market cap. We were very close to touching the 1 billion in market cap, which is absolutely very impressive. And if we compare it with other projects, we can see that we are 9x from the previous all-time high of Pepe, which Pepe is obviously one of the biggest meme coins on the market right now. So that counts for something. People are also comparing Turbo with Shiba, also comparing the kind of cult mentality that Shiba Inu people have and had in the previous bull market. And Turbo could be something similar in terms of this bull market. And the fact that Turbo is also quite decentralized is described here as the people's token for one reason, because also this defies the sort of cabal plays that we see in the market. Like it could be Popcat or it could be Brett, like where the insiders hold 90% plus of the supply. Turbo, the dev holds very little as far as I'm aware, and this was created with ChatGPT. Also, the entire story of Turbo really makes it a people's token, and in my opinion, it can be a clear winner because it sort of defies the norm of why and how meme coins are able to pump. And I mean, if we compare Turbo with the previous all-time high of Shiba, that would be a 50x plus. Is that unachievable? I think it's very hard to achieve something like this, but it could perhaps be even possible. So let's think about it. Where do I see the market cap of Turbo going? A 10-cent Turbo would be probably my conservative price prediction, and that would put it just around a 10x from here. That to me should be pretty much a no-brainer, would mean that Turbo would go around the previous all-time high in terms of market cap of Pepe at around 7 billion in market cap, which if you consider a full swing altcoin season and a meme coin super cycle like a lot of people are insinuating we're going to have, and in my opinion this has already started because you can see the meme coins are the first movers when it comes to the market. The first projects that move into the market are meme coins right now. So I do well believe that it's absolutely possible. So 10-cent Turbo, you make the calculation, it's a 10x. So if you want to make a million out of your investment, you would need around 100k, which is probably not realistic for a lot of you guys that are watching this video, and I'm completely aware of it. But I'm just gonna keep it real with you. A lot of people are gonna tell you, oh, Turbo is still gonna go to $2. That is obviously not the case, but 10-cent Turbo could even be considered bearish to some people. I think that a more realistic range, I don't want to say as high as what the Shiba market cap was at the previous all-time high, which would put it at 60 cents, but I think that something like 40 cents could be a very and more realistic case, which would put Turbo at around 40 cents for now. That is probably the most realistic price range that I would see Turbo going. And if you think about it, how the cold mentality of Shiba was and how actually the Turbo community could be considered better to the majority of people, given of how decentralized it is and how good the community engagement is, and how good the price action has also been, because we've seen a major correction, but we've also seen higher highs and higher lows constantly. And in my opinion, this is going to be a very consistent trend. For 40 cents to be a possibility, we also need the Coinbase listing. That needs to be a requirement. I think that 10 cents could be achieved even without a Coinbase listing, but 40 cents, we will need a Coinbase listing to engage all of the normies and to bring them into this investment. That is absolutely 100% 100% needed. So is that possible? Yes, in my opinion, is also very likely. So 40 cents, 40x from here, $1 million out of your turbo, you will need around $25,000 to put, which is definitely not accessible to 99% of people watching this video, but is way more realistic as opposed to 100K that you would need if turbo was to make only a 10x. And then we can also make the moon boyish price prediction that turbo is going to go to $1, which I know that it's a number that a lot of people would love, but I don't think it's that realistic. I think that that would be the extreme moon case. Everybody thinks that turbo is the new meme coin currency, and just because it's the currency of the people, it's going to be the #1 meme coin in terms of gainers from now. Among the higher caps, let's say higher than $500,000. I think that this is completely moon boyish price prediction. I would definitely stick to the 40 cent mark if I'm trying to make a realistic evaluation. But obviously, let's say that turbo goes to $1, then you will probably need around $10,000, which is going to be accessible to a lot of people watching this video. But in my opinion, I would stick there just if you have dreams. Honestly, even if you think that turbo can achieve something like that, you should never have this mentality of 100x or nothing. And even if turbo was to go to $1, even if turbo was to make 100x from here, you should still not be a dumbass and take your initial out after making a 3, 4, 5x, whatever suits your boat. But you should never make the case of, okay, this project is going to do 100x, so I'm going to take all my profits at 100x, because that is not realistic. That is the only surefire way of losing money. Because let's say that the project goes to 80x, and then you say, oh, I'm going to say everything when it goes 100x, then perhaps 80x was the top, and then the project just goes to pretty much nothing in the bear market. Then your holding just chips and crumbles, and you're not going to make that much money in the end because you're not selling your bag because you're married to your bag. So what I also want you to be aware of and take out of this video is to never be married to your bags. Obviously, I can't give you any financial advice in this video, but I can easily tell you that you should always take your profits, take your initial out after you make some multipliers, some X's, and then you're running on the house. It's like going to a casino and being given free money to bet on a slot machine. It's exactly the same concept, because you're running for free. If your investment goes to zero, you still haven't lost money if you take your initial out in due time. And then all the money that you make, it's on the house, and it's all purely 100% profit. So I hope that you can take that away from the video at least. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the price prediction. Where do you see the price of turbo? Obviously, if you are bullish on turbo or not. I thank you so much for watching as always. And if you want to connect with me any further, if you want to see all my buy alerts, and if you want to get also my sell strategy that I'm going to have in place for turbo, for Ponke, for Brett, for all the other big meme coins in my portfolio, my private group is going to be the only place in which you're going to be able to track my sell strategies. And I also have a course on taking profits, which is included as part of your VIP membership. It's included if you become a lifetime member, and it's not purchasable separate. So I also don't want you to miss out on that, because selling and taking profits is the most important part of mastering crypto and becoming a crypto millionaire. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.